Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is another episode of Hezzy Pullup Basketball. Thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. This is, of course, your host, Martin, speaking. And we have the All-Star game coming up soon, so definitely stay tuned. We're going to talk about the All-Star game and NBA All-Star weekend and this halfway break that we've seen in the NBA schedule. But we have a lot more topics and things coming out soon, so definitely stay tuned. Thank you for your support. Continue to support us. Also, this episode that we're about to release, it was shot a week ago, but it's definitely interesting. We're covering LaMelo Ball, the Charlotte Hornets, so definitely stay tuned. But we will have more things out for you guys, timely, more creative, great quality. So thank you for your support and stay tuned.
Swift drives in, and he just hammered that thing.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Hezzy Pullup Basketball. You already know what we do. We got the Hezzy, the pull-up, the shot fake to get out the way, then you make it just like LeBron says.
Are you gonna get my point guard 3 Hezzys? 3 Hezzys? I'm like, damn.
But this time we doing the Hezzy that LaMelo does, because this episode is a lot about LaMelo Ball. But we always cover basketball. We cover it in creative ways. We talk about different things, and we always got a slew of different people on here who know their stuff. And you already know who I am. I'm the point guard of Hezzy Pullup. I'm Martin Eze and you know point guards can't do their thing if they don't have wing players. And we got our wing players on this episode today. We got a veteran on the show. We got my mans who grew up with me. You heard him on past episodes. We got my boy basketball savant, Ezem.
You sacrificed for us. You the real MVP.
What's going on? Thank you for having me back on.
No problem. Then we also got our first timer on this show. He's a big-time basketball advocate. And actually, like Neil, he had a digital communication background, a journalism background, and he's also followed the Ball family. He says since they started playing ball. He said if there's anyone who knows the Ball family and knows their dynamics, it's this guy right here. Plus, he has a hooping background.
One-on-one, I'm undefeated. Never lost.
We got my boy, Eze Ebiringa. Eze, what's going on, fam?
Hey, how y'all doing?
All right, bet. So Eze's on, Neil's on. Eze pretty much said, like, no one knows the Ball family like him. So we going to get into it. Me and Neil, we going to see if he knows the Ball family. You already know how we do it here. Like, it's been a very interesting season so far. A lot of different things have been happening. And now, since the Super Bowl is over, a lot of eyes are going to be on the NBA. But yeah, we're going to get into the topics here. And we want to talk about LaMelo Ball. Like, if you haven't noticed, LaMelo Ball's been having a pretty good rookie season. I mean, I don't know how it stacks against rookies of other years. At least, like, compared to the rookies right now, his rookie season has been really, really, really impressive, in my opinion. And actually, if you do stack it up against rookies in other seasons, it's still good enough to get him either all rookie first team or all rookie second team. So LaMelo Ball is actually turning heads. He was the 3rd overall pick, but it's still he's validating himself in a lot of people's eyes. So there's a number of people who are surprised at what he's doing. But I want to ask these guys, LaMelo Ball, the rookie of the year is up for grabs. Is LaMelo Ball the rookie of the year so far? And is he going to win rookie of the year? And if he's not rookie of the year, who do you think is rookie of the year? You know, there's some competition there. So I'm going to start with my man. I'm going to start with Eze, since Eze is an avid LaMelo Ball fan, Ball family fan. He said he's been following Ball in the family. I'm going to ask Eze, is LaMelo Ball rookie of the year right now?
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, as in right at this very moment, if the season ended, if the season ended right now, without a doubt, he's the rookie. You know what I'm saying? He's the rookie of the year. You know, he's almost like in a league of his own right now. That's right now, right? But let's say it's we got a long season. We'll see how things end up. But as far as right now, he's without a doubt at the top of the pack. You got other people are doing okay. Anthony Edwards is doing okay. The 2nd overall pick is doing okay. James Wiseman's doing okay. But like I said, he's literally, you know, in a league of his own at the moment, right? But it's a long season, so we'll see how things go. But if he continues, you know, on this trajectory, right, you know, he's not just gonna be the rookie of the year. He's gonna be one of the top rookies of the year overall, like in NBA history.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So, do you think that he's gonna win Rookie of the Year, or is it too early to call?
I believe if things were done correctly, without a doubt he should, right? But I don't have faith in his coach, and I'm not having too much faith in the franchise, the Hornets franchise, because they don't seem, you know, because obviously sometimes when you you know, when you're a franchise that's used to mediocrity and losing mentality, when you have a winner and when you have a prodigy and a star, a lot of times because you're not used to that, you mismanage it, and that's kind of what they've been doing, in my opinion. But like I said, we'll see. Like I said, if by himself, LaMelo by himself, he's good to win Rookie of the Year. He's not the issue. I'm looking more of his coach and the organization to see if they can, you know, manage, you know what I'm saying, and manage the star that they have correctly.
Okay. All right, Neil, same question to you. Right now, who is LaMelo Ball Rookie of the Year? And if not, who do you think is Rookie of the Year right now?
I would say yes, he is the Rookie of the Year. I think the most telling thing with any rookie that's come in the last couple of years that the media kind of shows more attention to the one that's in the lead. I mean, it's kind of like a dead giveaway. Like, I always get alerts about LaMelo Ball doing something crazy. You know what I mean? I don't get that from Anthony Edwards. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, yeah. Like, you see more attention, you know, on the balls in general. You know, so for the last couple of years, they've had the spotlight, and him, you know, playing at the level he is right now. He's shooting 35% from the three, 44.2 overall. Like he's balling. Like, it's not like every accolade that's gonna come his way is pretty much deserved. I don't really hear about too many other rookies, nor do I see them stand out in the way that he has so far. So I would say yes, for sure, he's gonna win. And I don't think his coach is okay. So I feel like the coach criticism is a little bit harsh, just because coaches have to try to win, you know, and maybe at the same time he's not trying to expose LaMelo's deficiencies too early. But you know, I don't think it's anything that he's trying to, like, you know, hinder him from showing off, you know, his talent or whatever the case is. I think they wanted to bring him along slowly in the process, but because they already know he's a great player. But yeah, I mean, I would vote. I think he has the vote for Rookie of the Year so far.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with both of you guys. Like, right now, you know, LaMelo's putting up like 14 points a game. He has a rebounds, assists. I think it's like 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Right now, he's just playing really well, and he's just playing better than the other rookies. So, and I just think it's kind of crazy because, depending on how much you follow him, you know, he's on Overtime, like all the time, Ball is Life. He was like, you know, that basketball. He was a basketball internet superstar. Like, he was always on those websites and stuff. But like, we've seen bits and spurts of him cooking, but like, he's doing it right now in the NBA. So, and I think he's doing better than all the other rookies. So, I mean, I got him first. I think Anthony Edwards is probably second, you know, but a name that people always skip, Tyrese Halliburton. I think his first name's Tyrese. And the Kings, he's been cooking too. So like, but LaMelo Ball, like, his numbers are really good, and he's like a really effective point guard, and he can score too. So who do you guys have as in second place? Well, I think, Eze, you said look out for Anthony Edwards and James Wiseman, but who do you think could potentially take the Rookie of the Year from him? Like, which rookie do you think has been showing off and has the talent?
And I'm glad you mentioned Halliburton, because I actually wanted to mention, but I couldn't remember his name off the top of my head. But I saw some highlights of him, and as funny as it sounds, no disrespect, especially when you compare him to LaMelo having a historical rookie season. But when I was watching some of his highlights, he kind of reminded me of a lower level LaMelo, because similar to LaMelo, he's a outside of just shooting. He gets rebounds. He's very good with his assists. He doesn't really play like a rookie. He played at least when I watched him play, he's playing. It's like the game is more so coming to him than him going after the game. So he has that kind of like veteran feel to to his game. Kind of a calm, composed. You don't get that too much from rookies, right? Which is something you also get from LaMelo. But LaMelo is a lot more amazing because you get the cool, calm, and collected, but at the same time you also get the highlights. So it's which is one of his star pills, right? So Halliburton doesn't have too much of the. Well, I'm not gonna say too much of the star, but he's not throwing the alley oops like Melo's. He's not doing the crazy flows like Melo's. He's not shooting the long range through. Right? He's doing similar things, just not
flashy.
Yeah, exactly, right. But I think Halliburton can easily creep up there and actually be in that running along with Edwards and
Wiseman.
Yeah, Wiseman.
Yeah. Neil, have you seen Halliburton, or do you think it's Halliburton? Do you think Anthony Edwards? Who do you think is probably like the guy who could give Melo? That's what we call him, Melo. Pretty much, he kind of took the mantle. Well, he didn't take the mantle. We trying to take the name.
I even hired some extra Melo so I can wear all my new Foot Locker gear at the same time.
Melo 5 doesn't look anything like you.
Apologize to Melo 5.
I'm sorry, Melo 5.
It's okay.
Do y'all remember that commercial?
No.
Who do you think will give Melo the issues?
I don't think anybody will, just because the two that we're talking about, Anthony Edwards and Halliburton, they play in the West, and LaMelo might make the playoffs this year, just because he plays in the East. So I feel like that's going to be a big notch on his belt, even though it's, not just him, specifically, but they're going to have games on TV. And I think the voting ends before the playoffs, right?
It's supposed to. So,
okay.
It's always iffy,
yeah, but even still. Yeah, they're going to be in contention for a playoff spot. The Kings are kind of just, running in place. The Timberwolves the same way. So I don't think it's going to be as close. But, I guess where they're going to be able to showcase their talents a little bit more is when they an All-Star weekend. And maybe, somebody might come out of the pack stronger, but it's LaMelo's to lose, in my opinion.
All right, well, it looks like we're all on board with LaMelo at least, like leading the rookies. I think we can all admit, like he's been handling his own in the league, man. So I'm always looking at Eze's Facebook posts. Well, not really always, but I've noticed. A few times Eze is very adamant, like, "Yo, fire the Charlotte Hornets coach, fire this guy, like get this man gone." His name is James Borrego, or James Borrego, something like that.
James Borrego, AKJB.
Yeah. So, but the funny thing is, on YouTube, like, there's a lot of dudes who be calling for this man's head, like, fire James Borrego. Do you guys think that James Borrego? I'll let Eze start. Do you think James Borrego should be fired, man?
100%. Well, maybe not 100%, 90%, right? Because like I think he has a motive. I think James Borrego, I think he got his position. I don't know how he got into the Spurs, right? But a lot of times what happens is NBA teams, they go to the Spurs and they get these assistant coaches or assistant coaches or whatever, and they get him because Popovich is this great coach, which is arguably as well, because again, Popovich winnings came because he had a star in Tim Duncan, and that star basically, aligned extremely well with Popovich. So if your main star fell in line, everybody else will fall in line, right? So I can even argue about Popovich's greatness because again, it ties directly with Tim Duncan. Now the reason I'm saying
this is very controversial what you're saying, but
but look at all the other great coaches, right? You have the Bulls coach. He's again tied to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was tied to Phil Jackson, right? And so is Kobe, right? So all these coaches, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad coaches, right? But it's just the coach, they recognized their star and they ran with it, right? Same thing Popovich did, nothing special. Recognized their star, ran with it, right? And this is where you have Borrego, and this is why you know he's not a great coach automatically. He has first of all, he doesn't seem to recognize that he has a star, and two, obviously, if he can't even recognize the star, he's clearly not running with the star, right? So, and when that happens, when you have a situation where you have a star, everybody else seems to understand is even regular fans, but you're the quote unquote coach, and you don't even understand what you have. You're not running with what you have, right? It really speaks to the caliber of your coaching, right? It's either one, he's not a good coach off the bat, or two, he's just very egotistical. And I say that because for some ridiculous reason, LaMelo is out here trying to fight for a spot with the current starter. Well, I don't even know what's going on now, but they both starting at this point. But before, a couple of weeks ago, he was, you had Devontae Graham, who was essentially a pretty good, to me, 6-man player. He's not even really a point guard to me. He's more of an undersized shooting guard, right? Nothing wrong with that. But and actually, a lot of NBA players are like that. They're, because of their size, they get put in positions they might not necessarily like, right? I mean, it's unfortunate. But that's what a lot of players actually like. Like Kyrie Irving is a great one. Kyrie Irving is not a point guard. He's just an undersized shooting guard. But anyway, James Borrego does not recognize the stars he has, right? So he's not really, he's not utilizing LaMelo right. I don't know if you ever watched the game, but a lot of times, even when you watch the games, he takes LaMelo in and out of games really radical, just in motions that doesn't make any sense. And and you watch the games, you'll think like, we don't understand what's going on. A great example would be LaMelo. Actually, right now he holds the record for rookie for having a youngest triple double rookie holder, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Before he got that triple double, literally the day before, he could have also had a triple double. The coach took him out the game, and everybody's wondering why did the coach take him out the game? And guess what? The next game, Melo still came and got the triple double.
He took him out because he hates LeVar Ball.
Never lost.
I really know what I'm getting. And like I said, he's over here putting Devontae Graham, an undersized shooting guard, as a point, as a point guard over LaMelo. Listen, Devontae Graham is not a bad player, but is he a star? Is he a star? No. Is he better than Melo? No. Is he a better player? No. The only thing Devontae Graham, right? Like I said, he's really an undersized shooting guard. I don't even call him a point guard because he doesn't assist anybody, right? He just shoots. He just chucks up shots. The coach, just lets the man go and take a bunch of shots, whether he makes them or not. I don't know. He has some weird relationship with the man, and we don't understand it because he loves this guy for some reason.
What is the meaning of all this, Jackie?
But essentially, outside of the only thing Devontae Graham really is good at is shooting, right? He's a scorer. So, he can be hot or cold, right? So if he's hot, he's good, but if he's cold, he's cold. So that's all he does. Well, Melo is just a good scorer. He's a better scorer because he has length and he can score in more diverse ways. But most importantly, he can affect the game in different ways. If Melo's not scoring, he can still get a rebound. He can still get assists. He has a very high steal. In fact, he leads the rookies in steals right now. He leads a lot of people in the NBA with steals, not just rookies. So outside of shooting, Devontae Graham, and I would still take Melo scoring over Devontae because Devontae, his scoring is really one-dimensional. His scoring is to basically shoot up three-point shots. He doesn't really drive because of his size, unfortunately. He can't really drive and impact that way. You're not really afraid of him you're not afraid that he's going to maybe drive and dish out because he doesn't do that. So his scoring is extremely one-dimensional. So I wouldn't even give him, I wouldn't even say he's a better scorer than LaMelo.
Wait, sorry to cut you off. We have 4 minutes left. Let me kick it over to Neil real quick, just as we have a little bit of time. I personally, I don't know, man. I'm kind of mixed emotions with James Borrego losing his job based on what I've seen on YouTube. But we don't have too much time left. Neil, we'll quickly ask you, do you think that the coach should be fired? You just said that, they're in the playoffs. Do you think the coach should lose his job?
No, because they might make the playoffs. I mean, results really matter. So if what's happening right now is producing wins, it's hard for Michael Jordan to be like, well, get him out of here. You know what I mean? That's kind of hard to do. They're going to make the playoffs. So he probably going to buy himself at least an extra year. And then I think that you'll see, LaMelo, take the reins on the franchise. But, I mean, it might even still happen. It's just, they're probably just pacing it. But whatever they're doing right now is working. I don't think you change, the captain. you know. So
yeah, yeah. It's still early. It's still early. It'll be interesting. But what I tell you is that even if people are listening at home and saying like Eze is very passionate about this guy losing his job, trust me, I was on YouTube. People are like, "Yo, this coach is trash. Get this bum coach out. Like he's garbage. Like you'll kill this man." Like YouTube, YouTube is unforgiving. The only place more unforgiving than YouTube is Reddit. Reddit be calling for you to die. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna really go into it. I think I have some things to say about Jenny Borrego too, but we're gonna really go into it. Just since we got mad topics to talk about with LaMelo, I hope you guys listen at home want to hear about it. Y'all been hearing about Ball in the family, LaMelo Ball. Who's this guy? We about to let y'all know who this guy is. But we're gonna cover that in part 2, episode B of this episode. And I know Eze really wants to let you guys know how he hates JB. But so we're gonna do.
I don't even hate the man. It's just it's just about. I'm a realist, right? And this is a game. This is a product. This is a company, and he's just not. I don't think he's the man for the job. It's that simple. It's not. It's just I had to take feelings out of it. He's just not the man for the job. At least from what I've seen.
Sure.
I mean, I don't want the man to lose a job. And the thing is, right? Me and I would say, other LaMelo Ball fans, we don't want nobody. We didn't want the coach to get fired. Most people who were just happy to see Melo in the league. We gave this man a lot of chance. And the thing is, right? And the thing with JB is again because he never had a star, so he really wasn't really watched. But when he got LaMelo, that's when eyes were really on him. And as you know, so people they just judge him off bad. People were watching him. What? I don't know what he was doing before.
They're watching him like, yeah, bro, you're a trash coach, bro. So, well, we're gonna wrap this one up, but we're gonna really get into this in the next episode. If you guys are wondering at home, we're gonna really talk about the team. We're gonna talk about this LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges connection. We're gonna talk about the coaching. We're gonna talk about Michael Jordan, like how he's been doing with that franchise, and of course, we have other topics to talk about. We're even talk about Lonzo Ball. So definitely stay tuned. You already know what it is. This is Hezzy Pullup Basketball. What does LeBron say? You gave my point guard 3 Hezzys.
3 Hezzys?
Well, that's what we do. We get people Hezzys. We get them out the way. Check us out. Part letter B. Hezzy Pullup Basketball coming soon. Peace out.